This is a super, this is just a devlog number one. Just gonna show you what I've been working on today. Uh, so like these are all new features that are gonna be coming hopefully soon, whenever I finish them. I don't really have much of a roadmap, just basically my imagination. But let me just restart this thing. Hopefully this thing just goes, or else I'll restart the video. But I drag some MIDI files in here. I can drag MIDI files into this thing, and the idea is that you're going to be able to like chop up actual MIDI files and use those as for licks and drum tracks or whatever you want to do. But if I select a file, I have this new thing. Oops. There's a lot of new dev going on here. Yeah, so I have sort of a, not non-linear editor, but basically I have a track so I can view the notes that are occurring for each track. And if I do shift, I can lengthen them out and I can drag them around. So sort of a la, Ableton Live, the same sort of things that people use for MIDIs. I'm trying to do that. So obviously it's not very pretty right now. I'm going to try to make it a little bit prettier. It's got me thinking a lot about like information, like each one of these lines actually sits on a C. So wherever you see C, like these might be C. I don't know, they might be B flats. Can't really tell right now. But this is what we're working on. I'm going to get rid of this stuff up here because I'm like, that doesn't really work and it doesn't make sense. And the only one I'm going to keep is this one, which is like used for selecting sections. So you can just sort of drag this back and forth and select the parts that you want. Yeah, so you can just put your mouse over it and you can drag to zoom. And if you use shift, you can drag horizontally to zoom that way. And then you can just drag it back and forth. It's very neat. So theoretically, if I'm a producer, I want to be able to take this part, select that part, and I hit chop, boom. So now I've chopped that little part of this song from this track, and then it's saved over in here on the licks. And then at some point in time, you'd be able to go in here. Let's see if I can do this really quick. You would be able to select a song, hit the thing, hit that thing, go back in here, add a modifier, add a split, add a MIDI, hit the MIDI, and you'd be able to select the lick that would go on top of it. So then whatever this chord is will mix with this MIDI file or these MIDI notes, and then it'll either use like relative position for semitones or whatever to actually play whatever the chord was on top of this split. So the split being, since it's split into two, is like half of the measure or half of whatever this is. So like in this case it'd be a quarter note because it's just half of one measure. Then half of it would play whatever these notes were, which would be really, really fast. So you might not want to, well, you know what? I don't know what you might want to do, but you can do whatever you want. So I think this is going to be super powerful. It's going to be able to like allow you to say like, well, there was this one part of this one song that I really liked and I want to kind of build a beat off top of that, or I want to build a whole new orchestration on top of that. You could like slice up a little bit. So instead of chopping samples, we're chopping MIDIs. So we're chopping sheet music effectively. And I think that's a super interesting concept. So that was all I was going to say. Bye.